Well, good morning folks, this is ride 2. I'm talking quietly because it's 7 o'clock in the morning. The temperature's get up to 30 degrees or more today, so it's going to be a hot one. So I thought if I leave at 7, I'm off on my way to Bomber Command Museum or Auditorium, Memorial, whatever it's called, south of Lincoln. And I think it's about 30 miles there and then 20 miles back is the route that we're taking. Yeah, it's going to be a warm one. I'm going on my old Vega bike because there's going to be some trails, old railway lines. So yeah, let's get some miles in before the heat picks up. Well, we're just cycling to Gainsborough. That's the first little bit. We've got to get over the River Trent and then work down the west side. There's hardly any bridges until you get to Lincoln. There is an old viaduct somewhere, but I think it's actually closed off now. It's all a bit derelict, so I can't chance that. Might be able to have a look at it on the way back if there's time and I'm feeling fit enough, especially in this heat. And here we are crossing the bridge at Gainsborough. Look how still the water is. Just going over a bridge, over a dike. Those aren't brilliant windmills. And this is National Byway. And I'm glad there's a pavement. See the power station there. And as you can see, I'm on this bike because of all the ups and downs of the gravel. Well, that's where we're travelling past, the Leverton W. Burton power station, which must be at Bowl. Well, I was on the main road on the other side of this big hedge, and then I could see in my wahoo that there's a little lane here, so that must be the bypass. So it wasn't very nice with all the big trucks. Look at that. The Burton Power Station. Well, that lovely lane I was talking to you about was the dead end, so I had to come on the main road anyway. I'm on the bridge. But it's not too busy. There are a few trucks and everything. I don't know if you can see there, the railway line. Further around here. Railway line. See what I mean by the trucks? Or tractors. Now we're entering Sturton Le Steeple, Nottinghamshire County Council, the town of the street. There's a church there, so I wonder if that's worth going to. Now this is better. Nice long quiet lanes. And you will find some eventually. Hopefully it's just like this until we get to the track, the old dismantled rail track. Looks beautiful now. It's 8:30. Oh, there's the towers behind me. So there we go, in Sturtonley Steeple Parish. Little building. It's again part of the old railway line. But we are not going that way because it did end. That way. And welcome to Cotton. I'm sure there's a Cotton near us. Now following a public footpath and it's getting narrower and narrower. All I'm bothered about is getting stung by nettles. Lots of flies and midges. Oh. It's becoming a bit more interesting. We're on byways now, so it's all up and down. There we go, and we're going in that direction. And more great byways. We've just come from down there. And we'll continue along here. Now at Ragnall, and it's getting warmer now, you can feel it. So I'd stop for some shade. And this little old church. Isn't that pretty? That's a nice sign. Ledborough. That house could have something to do with the railway at one time. And the railway track goes underneath. And here we go, Lincoln. 12 miles to go, further than what I thought. I'm going down there. So this is the start of it. I think we're there. Or it might be there. No, we're here. That's a different trail, the Clumber trail, I think. So we're going to do all this. And we're actually going to come down to somewhere around there. Museum. Well, this is the start. This is one of the old stations. That's where we're going. I think it's time in the shade. I'll just have my breakfast. Got to watch the nettles. We're going over an old viaduct. See, we're going to cross a river or it's just land or what. And here's the other side. Clifton-on-Trent station. We've just come from there. Going in that direction still. That must have been an old station building. Oh, it's hot. Now at Doddington and Harby. Oh, I don't know if there's anything here. Can't see any signs of an old station, unless it's tucked around the corner. Well, at the last tunnel back, there's a guy who's 78, he just had a puncture. He had a thorn that went through the tyre, actually into the inner tube. It was a mountain bike, they're quite big tyres. So he did one puncture, thinking, oh yeah, I've just got a puncture. Repaired it, put it back on, and then it went again. And then he realised in feeling the tube that this big, well, it wasn't a thorn, it was an old rusty nail like a tack. Had gone through and actually gone into the inner tube and he didn't have any spare inner tubes, and he's fixed it now, and good on him for being 78 and cycling in this heat. It's still hot, but we get a bit of shade around here. And this is my first National Cycle Network post, number 64, Lincoln 6.5 miles, River Trent 4 miles, or if you go that direction, Harby and Newark. Not good. And this one was designed by D. Andrew Roy, 1998. Well, that's meant to be. Now I nearly rolled past this one. This must be the old one. By Royal Bank of Scotland. What does that say? What does that say there? This route has been constructed with funding from the following sponsor. Something Trent Lincolnshire Limited, is it? North Stephen of East Midlands Development Agency. We're getting into Lincoln. You can see Lincoln Cathedral. Top of the hill up there. Well, we made it. Set off at 7 o'clock. It's now 11:15. Well, I just had my dinner underneath that little marquee, but then realised it's for the tour guides. But here we are, we've made it. 3.5 hours. So, bikes parked there. There's a few vehicles I'm going to have a look at before I go in. Map of all. And that is where I've cycled from, Sturgate. At least they've got a cafe. Now we're cycling through Lincoln to get back home. You know, the times I've been to Lincoln, I've never been down here, I don't think. Already in. And the barge. A bit of a basin arena. I'm about 4.7 miles away now from Upton. Stow is ahead with a church. Hopefully I'll find some shade and have my last sandwich. I'm a bit peckish. Stow whipping irons, whatever they are. Mary's Church, Stow in the Lindsay. Let's see if it's on. Needs a bit of a retouch. Oh look, secret passages. Whether I get a chance to buy any, but this is the fish and chip shop at Upton, the famous coal-fired one, the only 3 in the UK. We're back at camp, but it's starting to look a bit thundery over there. You can hear some rumbles. The storm clouds are gathering. The storm clouds are gathering.